Cheers. Just did a quick video on it. Anyway, so yeah, so this is my 600R. This is my Ninja ZX6R review. That's my Ninja ZX6R 2009 124 bhp at the top revs. It's actually just a 600, not a 636. Yeah, but just look at it, man. It looks amazing. I love it. Just go over a few things about this bike. I got new tyres on it, so I'm not going to go crazy willy-nilly. And I'm also a beginner as well. Well, I consider myself a beginner because I rode on a CBR 125RR for 2 years. So jumping from that to a 600, I still want to stay humble and all that stuff, you know. I haven't even tried, like, this is my second ride on it. So I know it says first ride in the video probably, but it is my second ride because the first recording didn't have audio and whatnot in it. But yeah, so the bike, 5,000 miles on it. It comes in a Kropovich exhaust. Don't know why the old owner decided to rip that thing off, but I took it to the garage and they said that, you know, that's an original, which is nice. The Olin steering dampener comes by default stock on the ZX6Rs in 2009, which is nice. And I've actually got the bike on, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn it on now before it gets too late and then the battery dies on me. But yeah, so this is my first ride on it. Well, I'm going to call it a first ride, it's actually my second ride or so. I'm going to probably take it a bit easy because I'm trying to make sure I don't die. I guess the main aim of this video is come back in one piece, which would be nice. So yeah, let's just get straight to it. Alright. So straight away, sitting on it, already an aggressive like seating position. Foot's all the way up, handlebars are quite low, so you're already leaning forward, really committed on the bike before I even get going. I mean, I was thinking about getting a MT-07, which is more like more tuned for like city riding and more for the streets, you know, more comfortable. But there's something about these 600s, man, and the Ninja ZX6R, they're just so beautiful, so aggressive. I just had to get one, and it feels so good as well. Like riding around now, yeah, the suspension is stiff, but it's fine, you know. I can easily go around 20 miles an hour. You can hear my voice shaking because of all the bumps in the road, but yeah, you can easily go around 20 miles an hour. You can sit up straight on it as well. I mean, not that straight, not as straight as you'd be sitting on an MT-07 or any other like naked, but it does the job, man. I mean, you go to these bikes to go fast or for the street bike life, right? Because when you open up the bike, it's a different story. Just look at the gauge. Actually, you can see that it's got green and red on it. For that's where the actual power band is. So I'm like nowhere near the power band. And honestly, if you're going at the top of the power band, you can't really do that without speeding. Oh, here comes the tunnel. Actually, let's just grab bomb this a bit. Let's hear it. Oh, that sounds good. That sounds way too good. But yeah, new tyres like I said, so I'm not going to go too crazy on it, but we'll give it some. We'll have some fun on it. All good? Okay, all good. Let's hope my mic actually picks up some audio this time around. But look at that, I'm at 6,000 revs and the acceleration is already insane. Look at that, third gear, 40 miles an hour, only 5,000 revs, and this thing goes up to 20,000 revs on the red line. It's absolutely insane. But yeah, I can see what people say about, you know, these bikes. You lean forward, if you're an older person and you're getting one of these, yeah, your back will definitely feel it and stuff. So this one, 2009, it doesn't come with all those extra electricals, you know, the safety, like the ABS. It doesn't come with any traction control settings, none of that. No low power, high power, so you've got to be really careful driving these. I mean, honestly, it's not really a beginner bike. I mean, I got it because even me getting it isn't the smartest idea, because I've only been on 125s before this. Obviously I've test rode a few bikes here and there that were 600s, but realistically speaking, the bike I own, The bike I owned was a CBR 125RR, so that thing had 14 bhp and this thing has 126 bhp, so it's a different ball game, man, riding these. Yeah, these things are rocket ships, man. These are rocket ships. Even like your wing mirrors aren't going to stay up, man. These things are way too fast. If you get one of these, man, you have to be responsible with them. You know, no like Rossi street riding, no taking turns trying to get your knee down around roundabouts and all that. Save that stuff for the track, because these things, man, these things will get you killed real quick. You don't want to be dying, man. You don't want to be getting scraped up off the floor. So ride responsibly and enjoy it. And also, you spend a lot of money on these kind of things, right? So if you're going to spend money, the last thing you want to do is just throw that money away and get it totaled. That's the thing, these bikes can really inspire some false confidence, man. You gotta be, oh, that was a nice Porsche. Damn. But yeah, these bikes can really inspire some false confidence, man. You gotta be careful with that, because you feel invincible when you're going fast, and when you're accelerating that hard, you feel like nothing could touch you. And obviously that's just not true. If you're thinking about getting a ZX6R but you can't choose because someone's told you, you know, your back's gonna get tired, you know, it's uncomfortable and all that stuff, it's really not that uncomfortable at high speeds. Like, if you go 30 and above, it's alright. It's when you're going in traffic and you're starting and stopping, and you know, you can't grip that tank with your legs and your knees as hard, and all the weight's on your wrists. That's when it's bad. But when you're going 30, or even if you're going 20, to be honest, as long as you're going at 20, it's alright, because you can grip that tank and your wrists have no weight on them, and you're just cruising, man. You're just cruising, and it's all good. It's all good, man. Times like this, when you're going 10 and you're having to brake constantly, start constantly, that's when it's a bit trickier, because you know, all the weight's on your wrists, and your wrists will get tired and your wrists are going to start hurting and all that stuff. But yeah, if you're on a city commute with start and stop traffic, maybe this ain't the one for you. But if you're not, and you have like roads like this, yeah, 100% get one. There you go, that's a down blip. The roads aren't that great here. Straighten up as soon as possible. But these things are so smooth. They're so smooth, and people say they have no bite down low, but like, look at this, ready? 4,000 revs. That's more than enough for me. To get up to speed, fair enough, I get it. It's not gonna be as torquey as an MT-07 or a street triple. You know, it's not gonna be as torquey as those, but it's still got enough power, man. Like, you're still gonna enjoy it. I'm enjoying it anyway. I'm loving it. You cannot get more fun, honestly. It's all about smiles per miles, man. It's all about smiles per miles. Or what is it? Not smiles per miles, smiles per gallon. Just listen to it. Oh, it's amazing. It's amazing. You're not getting better than this, man. The only thing I'm not so happy about is these wing mirrors keep coming down. Anytime you go fast, they'll just go down, they'll just drop. Whoa, 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 whoa! Yeah. No, this guy, man. Yeah, but you can see what I mean with instill some false confidence in you. Whenever you're going fast, you think you're invincible, but just chill out. That's the one thing, man. If you're getting this bike and you're like a beginner, if you haven't been riding, if you just passed your test and you've got like a bit of a confidence boost, be like, yeah, I can ride whatever I want, because the test says I can ride whatever I want now. Don't get one of these bikes. Don't get one of these bikes. Start on something smaller and work your way up into something like this, because this is too much power. Like, you can't even use this much power on the street. Look at it. I'm going up to speed, 70 miles an hour, and I'm not even in the rev range. I'm not even in the, like, the power band. I'm at 6,000 RPMs going 70. Oh my god. Oh my god. It's so loud. You definitely need some earplugs if you're riding one of these. You're not going to hear anything over that exhaust when you get into that rev range, when you get into that power band. Nothing. And just remember, man, like, I know I'm going fast and stuff, but I'm going fast in straight line. I'm not going street Rossi mode, you know, trying to do, oh, I'm going to indicate it, yeah. I'm not going street Rossi mode, trying to go real fast around the corners and stuff. I'm taking these corners real slow. Straight lines where I know it's clear, I can see it's clear, I'll go. I'm not going fast around, like, corners. Keep that stuff on the track, man. If you're getting a 600, you have to full send it, man. You can't just, like, get one and think, oh yeah, you know, oh, it'll be comfortable for me, blah blah blah. If you're getting a 600, it's going to be uncomfortable after a while, and you're just going to have to accept that. Like, after an hour or so of riding, oh, these brakes are great. These brakes are real good. You know, after a while of riding, man, oh, that sun is amazing as well. Sorry, anyway, after a while of riding, this bike is going to get tiring for sure. I can see that happening. You need to know for sure that you want to be riding something like this, because it is a lifestyle. You see a lot of these go on sale like after a few hundred miles of it, because someone buys it and then they try and put a few hundred miles in it and then realise they're not for me. So you'll find a lot of them with only like 500 miles, 1,000 miles on them, and that's because the owner thought they wanted one, rode on one after a few hundred miles, tried telling themselves that, you know, this is the lifestyle for me, I just got to get used to it and whatnot, and then realise, ah crap, it's not for me. I don't want to be doing this, I don't want to be riding this, it's not comfortable, it's too loud, maybe it's too scary, you know, all that stuff. So if you're going to get one of these, 100% definitely test ride it before you get one. Definitely test ride it, go on a few test rides of other 600s, try out the MT-07s, try out the street triples, try out the naked bikes, try out whatever you want, try out all the different types of bikes, and then if your mind's still telling you that you love the racing position, you love that committed position where you're always going, trying to go fast, at that point, fair enough, man. Like, what else are you going to do? Just get one of these. You're not going to regret it. I tried, before buying this, I tried a ZX6R, I tried the Triumph Street Triple, I believe it was, yeah, the Triumph Street Triple, and that was too talky for me, man. And I didn't like the fact it didn't have a windshield either, so I was like, nah, the ZX6R is the one. To be fair, when I sat on a ZX6R, I knew it was like the bike I wanted anyway. I've wanted one of these since like 5 years ago. I've been looking at like videos on YouTube of everyone else riding them, you know, all the faster race boys on YouTube. Looking at all of them riding this and be like, damn, wow, that is never gonna get boring, ever. I've been looking at all the other YouTubers, Tarzan Motor Vlogs, Medusa Motor, the other ones that have the ZX6R, and even the other, like the bigger YouTubers, right, that all have the liter bikes and stuff. But I was like, what's the point of getting a liter bike? Like, what is the point? Like, over here, I'm not even in the rev range, and I'm already like going just about the speed limit. So what's the point of getting a liter bike? I'm never going to be able to use that on the streets. And also, to be fair, I went to a showroom and I gave the throttle a little blip on a CBR5 blade, and that thing revved to the moon, man, on the smallest blip. And I was like, nah, there's no chance of ever getting one of these. Oh. This is where the bike thrives, in stop and start traffic, baby. If you've been looking at sport bikes, right, for ages, and none of that stuff is turning you off it, where everyone's like bad positioning and all that, bad body positioning, tiresome, you don't even get to use the power and all that. If still, after all that, you still want one, just get one, man. You clearly want one, just get one. Just test ride it before you get one, though. That's the only thing. Just test ride it before you get one. I can't imagine how a 636 would be in the lower revs, because the whole point of the extra 36cc is supposed to be that you have a bit more power at the low end, right? Because these things are supposed to be gutless around town, but I still think they're pretty good. Then again, I've come from a CBR 125RR, so I probably will think that. This clutch lever is actually quite stiff. To pull it in every time makes your hand ache a little bit, I can't lie. So I'll probably need to get that adjusted, if anything. It probably isn't just the bike, probably is just the lever itself, my old lever. And let's get one last pull, shall we, before we end this video. Come on, give me that space, baby. Give me that space. Give me that space. What the fuck? Oh my god! It's so fast! Shit, it's too fast. Alright. And the tyres are so good! I need to go to the other lane actually, what am I doing? There goes my wing mirrors again. I need to get those changed for sure. Alright, I think that's oh crap, what am I doing? That's neutral. There we go. Alright, I think I'm going to conclude the video here, to be honest. If you liked it, make sure you hit that like, subscribe, you know, all that comment crap, I don't know. I hate doing that, man. It feels kind of cringy. But yeah, you know, probably helps out the channel and all that. I hope you liked the video. If you've got any questions about the bike, any advice, if you're a bit more of a... Oh, wait, tunnel. Here we go. Oh, sounds amazing. But yeah, if you got any advice, if you liked it, any questions, just drop them down in the comments, man. That's it, I guess. Thanks for watching. Peace.